Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Friday night live stream. Fishy business number 5,376,222. Have I turned my microphone off? I have turned my microphone on. Well done, me. Why am I so dark? I think I've forgotten to turn a light on. Do you like this mean and moody look, or shall we put some lights on? Anyway, hope you're all well. It's Friday. It's 9 p.m-ish. It's time to talk about some fishy nonsense and any other general nonsense that you've got going on. So let's welcome all our guests. Who have we got in this evening? Robert Kerr. I recognise that name. Good evening, son. Even though it's afternoon where we are in Vancouver, just about to go to the ship. Have a great night. Have a great holiday if you aren't already back on your ship. Hope you're having fun. Ross Hale, evening from a seriously dreich Edinburgh. There's a good Scottish word. It's actually been really nice here in Sheffield. We were in the swimming pool today. Yes, I am now a proud owner of a swimming pool. I'm that posh. It's a plastic swimming pool, but still, nevertheless, it's a swimming pool. Brian, evening all. Evening Silver Surfer. Simon, hello. Back tonight, minus a tooth. Hence, reason for missing last week. Oh, sounds painful or expensive or both. I'm going to kick things off with... We're back on the beers. I'm doing alternate weeks on the beers and off the beers. Can you see that? It's another Northern Monk Lucy Kitchen IPA. Some kind of collaboration that gives some money to charity, so I'm being charitable. Well done, me. Smells fruity. I know people like to see the beer being poured. Not that I do it particularly adeptly. Oh, looks good and hazy. I feel like I need this today. It's been a long, hot day today. Cheers, everyone. Let me know what you're doing. As always, open forum. Whatever you want to talk about, just let me know. Leave a comment in the chat. Introduce yourself if you've not been here before. Tends to be loosely fishy themed. I think that's as good as we get, don't we? Quite often it derails into movies, Jean-Claude Van Damme discussions, and general discussions about anything. There is a loose plan where we will go through any questions you guys have got for me, put them in the comments. If you do have a question, use the word question in your question, and I will see your question a little bit easier and therefore be able to answer your question. 10 p.m, so an hour from now, we'll do the quiz, which is fun for everyone. We can introduce Humphrey, of course, who is my two-tone camphor flowerhorn. He's finally decided to make a bed. Remember I was talking about it last week, saying I increased the sand, added a few extra inches of sand. He's made a bed in the sand in that corner where we can't see him. Brilliant. So we'll do the quiz about 10 p.m. There will be prizes. We'll give away prizes. It might take a while for me to get the prizes to you, but we will give away prizes. And then round up with some more Ask Me Anything. Topic of the day, whatever you want to go on about. Aquarium Delirium, hello. How are you? Hope you're well. What a difference a week makes. Last week, sweating the oil off. This week, the heating on. Oh, it's been really nice here today. It was warm enough for us to get back in the swimming pool, like I said. Scott, Shadow, how are you doing? I hope you got your parcel. Don't forget the like button on your way in. Very true. If you are... There's no fee. You don't have to pay to watch this. But the fee, if there is any, is giving me a like on the way in or out, or a dislike, or just a comment. Say hello. Say whatever you want to do. If you do want to join as a channel member, you get a discount of anything at aquariumadventures.co.uk. You get access to a whole bunch more of emojis, and you get access to some exclusive content. I made a video last week just for the members, 9 of whom watched it. So I might can that again. I feel a bit funny about making exclusive content for members. I don't want to make any kind of paywalls here. I truly appreciate anyone that does give me anything, whether it be super chats, orders from the website, whatever it is. but I don't feel I'm creating content of sufficient value that I feel I need to put it behind a paywall. So I was trying, because lots of people have clicked that join button, and I'm truly thankful for it, and I want to give something back, but yeah, 9 people watched it, so it wasn't earth-shattering stuff. You didn't miss much, but I might do that on the second channel. It was more a kind of behind the scenes, unedited, just with my phone, this is what I'm doing type of thing. So I might put stuff like that out on the second channel, I don't know. Links in the description for all these things. Scott says, my smart heater broke this week, so I'm having to use 2 tiny space heaters. I've been trying to find the receipts. It cost me £100 only a few months ago. Ouch. Right, where do we get to? Oh, we're all over the place already. Well done, me. Wondering why people are putting here. Yeah, it's lovely here. I think we're mid-20s today. And in here, it's like 27 degrees. It's still bleeding hot. Mark Arrowsmith, hello. Hans from Sweden. Hello, Hans. How are you? Rob Barry, how are you doing? Northeast of England, heating on. Cold and wet Northumberland. Yeah, okay. You want to come all the way to southern Sheffield. It's toasty warm today, and I'm hoping it's going to stay toasty warm, because like I say, I bought this swimming pool last week and we've had 2 days to use it so far. I'm going to get a couple more uses before we pack it away. Freshwater ichthyology, good evening. Sunny here in Bristol. Yeah, it's sunny here in Sheffield. Well, not now, it's dark, but you know. Big time fish keeper, Andy J. Fish vet. It's an imperial stout kind of evening, so I'm not going to last long, but I hope everyone is well. Well, I'm starting on Northern Monk, the Lucy Kitchen edition, which is a 6.5, well, it's not too bad, I suppose. 6.5% hazy IPA. And you know what? I think they might have just rebadged my favourite one, because it tastes very, very similar. But we've got others. Later on, we've got Polly's Infinifold IPA, 5.9%, and then another Northern Monk special, which I'm a bit dubious about, which is Northern Monk Black Forest Gatto Stout. Now, I'm not really a stout fan, but I am a Black Forest Gatto fan, so I'm hoping they'll even each other out. But, 8%. That might be night-night juice. So I'm going to put these back in the fridge. So let me know in the comments, what are you partaking of this evening? I'm rustling about. I'm rustling about. What does that mean? Audio good, but are you in a cave? Yeah, it is a bit dark. Shall I put the light on? What do we think? Lights, yay or nay? I'm going to go for yay. Is that better? You can see my beautiful face now. Ah! Everyone recoils in horror. Help. Question. Can anyone help with my Fahaka puffer on hunger strike, please? 1 week not eating. Bloodworms. You have to kind of go for, when a fish is on hunger strike, there's usually something wrong, so that's obviously what you need to figure out, is what's wrong, why is it not eating, and fix that. So whether it's water parameters, whether it's water conditions, they're the same thing. Am I just mumbling nonsense now? What I mean by that is it in a tank that's too small? Is it, rather than the ammonia is too high, or whatever it might be, the conditions of the tank? Has it got decorations in there that's not suitable? Has it hurt itself somehow? Has it been burned by a heater? All these kind of things. So you figure out what's wrong and obviously try and fix that. But to get it eaten again, go back to basics. Anything that you know that it loves. Bloodworms is usually... I've never met a fish that doesn't like bloodworms. Especially puffers and things like that. They usually go for that kind of thing. Offer them multiple times, but don't let it foul the water because you'll just make things worse. But without knowing much info, that's as good as I can say, really. Fish Fam Link, show some love with a thumbs up if you're enjoying the live. Even if you're not enjoying it, I mean, it's fine. If you think this is rubbish, still, you can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Lanks Fishkeeper, hello from Preston. Christine from Oswego. I like saying Oswego. Oswego. Lanks Fishkeeper just emptied our pool. It takes ages to drain it. Definitely the least favourite part. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about what to do with... What was it? What did I say it was? 13,000 litres or something like that? Seems very wasteful. Right, where we go. Oh, Scott's just put a horrible image into my mind. I'm sat here without a top on because the space heaters are doing a great job, for example, but the big tank dropped 3 to 4 degrees without the space heater. Yeah, I can't believe the difference it's made just locking up this wall and my fish. So long time viewer will know the fish room had kind of curtains blocking off the side, and it kept heating all right. But yeah, God, it's like a furnace in here. None of the heaters, I mean, I don't have heaters in many tanks, but none of them have come on. If anything, I'm trying to cool tanks rather than heat them. Martin, hello. He normally has shrimps, worms, mussels, clams, whitebait, etc. It's just fine. I mean, mussels are not an ideal food, and depending how long you've had it, so mussels are fine, but they take, if you feed mussels consistently, you can introduce problems. But it takes a while, so just, cut down on them if you can. Have you ever killed healthy fish? I have to be honest and say probably yes. Not on purpose, obviously, but yeah, probably. I think we all have. Question: how best to get rid of hair algae? Oh, coming at me with all the impossible questions. Manually, and that sounds bad, but it's as good a technique as any, and probably as efficient a technique as any. Like, it depends what you mean by hair algae. If it's like the proper filamentous stuff that's stretching out for miles and you can just kind of wind it all up and take it out, then you're not going to get a fish to eat that. I mean, some fish will eat algae, and they'll do a good job, but I really don't like recommending fish to do jobs like that kind of stuff. I've had limited success with hydrogen peroxide, dosing with CO2 or XL CO2 additive. But yeah, just plenty of water changes, figuring out why you're having excess algae in the first place, and manually remove it. It's as good as any. Oh, sorry, everything's jumping around quite a lot. I missed last week on the Untouchables questions. Tim Reptile says, is there a specialist subject this week? Good question. I don't think there is. It's the usual healthy mix of a dash of fish, a dash of current affairs, a tidbit of Jean-Claude Van Damme. No, there's no theme tonight, I don't think. Smash that like button. Thank you, Kyle. quite right. The pufferfish enthusiast something Facebook group is a really good. Yes, it very much is. I mean, it can be quite, in the nicest possible way, preachy and pious, but they're helpful and give good information. So as long as you kind of take your pill, what's it called again? Pufferfish enthusiasts worldwide. No, is it that one? Is that what I'm thinking of? There's plenty of them, but yeah, Facebook groups, plenty of people able to help you. Again, I'm not able to help you without going into it, and I don't think live stream's the right place to, or the right forum to start trying to diagnose things. Nabokov's in. Hello, Nabokov. How are we? Oh God, sorry. The chat is going everywhere. Right, there we go. There is a brilliant new technique. I saw someone share for killing algae using a paintbrush, like an art one, and brushing it on. Give it 10 minutes or so, and then fill up the tank. Brushing water on, like the hydrogen peroxide. Yeah. There's loads of ways you can fix algae. But the key for me is figuring out why you got it in the first place and sorting that out. Because if you just continually fix it, you'll be continually fixing it. So until you find your balance or what's not in balance, you're going to be perpetually draining it down, squishing in hydrogen peroxide, pulling at it with tweezers, doing blackouts, doing all these other treatments. And there's easier ways. Just get your nutrient levels, understand what's going on in there. For me, in the old house where I had my discus tank, I was continually battling with algae and I could not figure it out, and it was an excess of phosphate in my water, so nothing I was doing about it. It wasn't near a window, I wasn't putting anything in, I wasn't overfeeding or anything like that. It was just the water had excess phosphate in it and it just threw everything out. And as soon as I put something in to deal with that, out like a light, gone. Passing Wind, hi. Nice to see you. So is everyone a mod in here? Not everyone. Hello from Cornwall, says Aquarium Dale. Did you make it? How many charges did you have to do? No, not everyone's a mod in here. You have to work very hard to become a mod in here, because it's such a lofty position with so much on your plate to manage everything. No, the mods are, I just need a small handful of people to keep on top of anyone that comes in to disrupt things. So I generally have picked people who have been coming for a long time, or can contribute something with some knowledge in specific fields. So it's not a favoritism thing, it's just, that's what it is. But we hopefully have plenty of non-mods in as well. There's Brian. See, he's not a mod. Going to try the big man on bloodworms. Yeah, I mean, it's a kind of last ditch thing with the bloodworms, because it's not good, because bloodworms are like sweets. It's a terrible analogy, but basically they're not hugely nutritious, but fish find them delicious. I feel like I'm about to break into some kind of prose. They're not hugely delicious, but fish find them delicious. But too many of them will not be good for them. And there's a risk that you can get them feeding on that and overfeed them, and then when you start to offer other food, they're like, oh, but what about the bloodworms? Oh, no. So it's really just to get them to eat again, and then you start throwing in the other things as well. Get them back onto some proper good food, if that makes sense. Hello, 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 says Big Shrimpin. Hello, Stevie C. How are you? Yes, hydrogen peroxide. I should also give props to Caveman Aquatics for the idea. I mean, this is a bit like a kind of DIY thing. That idea has been around for years. It's not new. It's just some people have now started to make videos showing that technique. I remember people doing this. It's got to be 6 or 7 years ago, at least, if not longer. Big news! I heard today from YouTube. I got an email to say my channel. It says my channel's birthday is today. My channel is 9 years old today. Nine years old. Hurrah! That a bit loud. So congratulations, all of us. I was looking back at some of the earlier videos, and yeah, it's quite the thing to think about. I've been making videos for 9 years, and they're still only this professional. Whew, who'd have thunk it? Anyway, what else have we got going on? Shall we try the GoPro? Take bets on will the GoPro work? The GoPro worked! Yay! So there you go. Look at that horrible algae down at the bottom there. I need to get in and clean that properly. So if you see in the top right of the tank, I'm using that algae cleaner. It doesn't quite get all the way down there. But everyone in that tank doing fantastically well, if I do say so myself. Gordon's healed up nicely. He had a little bit of a missing scale last week, if we would have seen. All better now. Yeah, it's quite a harmonious tank. Should we give them a wee bit of a feed? What do you think? You need an extendable pole mop with a fish-friendly sponge on the end. I've got one of them. Oh, should we try and go... Should we go mobile? Let's see if I turn my mics on. Up. Nope, mic's not on. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I am complete professional. Okay. We can try the roving mic. Let's see if we can get that working again. Can you still hear me? Can you still see me? When I'm 64. So, I hope you can still hear me and see me. And I hope you can see that all the fish know what's coming. So we're going to give them a mix of Massivore Delight, which is the 1.8 goldfish per pellet. And what else will we give you? Let's give you some bug bites today. I like to do a mix. Small pellet, big pellet, small pellet. And that way some of the smaller fish get a chance to get at the smaller pellets. So if you see, I don't know what it is about the silver dollars, I find this hilarious. They grab a pellet and they just swim around with the pellet in its mouth. Yeah, I do have a mop, like a swimming pool cleaning mop brush thing. I don't know, can you see that fish there? It's like, yeah, this is mine. I'm just going to carry this around for the next 10 minutes, nibbling away at it. Silver dollars are fast becoming one of my favourite fish. I think they're really funny. But I've got a mop like this, which I can get down and give it a good clean, but I've got loads of stuff piled up on top of the lid, so I don't want to mess around with it right now. So for now, that'll have to do. Should we give you a wee feed as well, Humphrey? Are you hungry? It's probably worth talking about this as well. I don't know if you've seen my latest video featuring the Fluval FX UVC inline clarifier. I kept calling it a sterilizer in my video and didn't notice. There's a brand new product from Fluval and they sent me two, so if you go and watch my latest video, at the end of it there's a chance you could win one of them. So before they realise they sent me two, and we can get it sent out to you, then there's nothing they can do about it. Mwahahaha. Right, where did we get to? Sorry about that. Yes, the annoying algae area where you either scratch the glass or just have algae. Yes, I know. Splash it in the pond to clean it. Yeah. Do you make your own aquariums? I made that big one. Made that one. I've rebuilt this one several times. I've made a couple of aquarium, but no, that's not like not professionally or anything. I highly recommend rubber lips for the big tank. They're algae on glass cleaning behemoths. And very cool look too. I do like the rubber lip plecos, but I'm a bit dubious about adding plecos. I've heard some stories about them chewing through the liquid rubber. I don't know whether rubber lips would do that specifically, but any kind of rasping fish I'm a bit wary of adding, just in case. But you never know. You can still hear me. Oh, that's good. I should really have checked that before I went wandering around for 5 minutes. Would you consider making your own large aquarium? For example, 6 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. Well, the one that you're looking at now is 8 foot by 4 foot by 3 foot, and I made that one. Would I consider making one that size out of glass? Definitely. Is it best left to a professional? Definitely. If you're considering doing it yourself, I would start with a few smaller ones. In fact, I have a video on my channel, not to self-promote, but hey, it's my live stream. I think it's called the IKEA fish tank, where you can go to IKEA, you can buy... watch the video. You basically buy a couple of sets of glass shelves and you can make an aquarium. So all you need is a couple of these shelf sets from IKEA, some silicone, and you can make your own aquarium. So practice, do it a couple of times, see if you're any good at it. When that gets better, go to your local glass supplier, talk to them, figure out if you can get some glass cut to size by them, because the glass cutting is half the battle. So if you can get it pre-made to the sizes you want and you're just putting it together, then it's a lot simpler. But it's definitely achievable. It's not beyond the means of hobbyists. If you're in any way I'm useless and I almost managed it, so if you're in any way handy, it's worth a go. 6 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot, while it is a big tank, it's not massive. You're not leaping into the realms of the unknown there. That's a commercially available size. It will probably be better to just buy one at that size rather than make your own. But if you want to make your own, look at some 6 foot tanks and see how they're constructed. So Whether you want to employ any kind of bracing, that kind of stuff. They're the questions you want to ask. But yeah, it's definitely achievable. Rubber mouths are... Uh-oh, my chat's died. Uh-oh, everything's died. Everything died for a minute there, sorry. Did you hear all that? Rubber mouths are generally all hill stream, and while adaptable, they will want food to sit at the bottom for a few hours, and they don't compete well. There is that as well. Have you ever used UBC filters? UVC? My honest answer is no. I have used a couple of built-in, like I had some hang-on back filters that had UV lamps built in. I had some canister filters that had UV lamps built in, and I was very much, this is rubbish, it's not doing anything. So I am slightly sceptical about this, even though this is like a partnership sponsored video deal with Fluval. Does it look clearer? I think it does, but it's only been running a couple of days, so if it does, it might just be because of the lights. There are some gigantic species, but slow feeders. Yeah, that's the thing with this tank. You saw what it was like when I fed them. They were all attack. So it's kind of, I don't want to add something that's going to be very much like a grazing fish that will just get out competed. So anything I do add in there, it has to be robust enough and willing enough to get in amongst it and go and grab their food, basically. I'm about to start cycling a new tank. Can anybody advise when's the best point to add live plants? Straight away, as many as possible, as quickly as possible. You can definitely have plants while you're cycling a tank. If anything, they'll help. UVC, yes. Alright, I'm quite far behind, I think. Yes, the tank we're seeing now, the plywood one. I'm quite far behind. Is the IKEA tank still being used? It is. It is. I had big plans to go and do more roving today, but I need to buy a capture card because the one that I had, it no worky no more. But yes, the IKEA tank is now, it's there. It's got the neon rainbows in it. Nice mop. Glass cleaner. Can you replace the bulbs on the new Fluval UVC filters? Yes, yes you can. Do you let frozen food thought or defeated a nice... What? Let me start that again. Do I like frozen food? Maybe you've corrected that a bit lower down. Do you let frozen food Thor, Hammer of the Gods? Or do you eat in ice cube form? I let it thaw. Yeah, you shouldn't. I wouldn't feed frozen food frozen. That can cause all kinds of havoc to the poor fish's internals. Luckily, in here, when I do want to feed frozen food, whether it be like blister packs or actual fish or prawns, whatever it might be, 5 minutes in this heat in here and they're all thawed out. Oh, chat go mad. Is that fish named after Mr. Humphreys from Are You Being Served? No, Humphrey. 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 We're talking about you. He's in a mood for some reason. Doesn't want to be on camera. Did I not give you enough food? Is that what He's literally turned his back on me. Well, Humphrey. It's an ever so clever play on words. Tommy's here. Hello all. Been here and lurking. Finally have dry hands. Hope you're all having a great one. We are. 20 minutes to go before quiz time. Are you finally going to get in amongst it, Tommy? Are you going to win one for us? I would be worried about letting me fish eat ice cubes because of burning. Indeed. I've definitely seen Picoltia rasp onto silicon. Rebecca, with your big words. Yeah, so that's what I'm worried about, is some fish, those ones written down there that I can't pronounce, but she knows fine well, have been known to rasp on things, and I don't want to rasp on things, basically. New lighting is looking good on Mega Tank. Well, do you think so? Because that's not new lighting. That's old lighting. I have new lighting, but that's the old stuff. I suppose it's not looking too bad, is it? I was a bit not let down, but I was not loving the lighting on Mega Tank. So, I do tell a lie. I've added one more light. So where I had 3 lights before on there, I added a 4th. So maybe that's just filling it out a little bit. The GoPro's starting to do that jumpy thing, isn't it? Look at that Oscar. It's awesome. Anyway, but my friends at Fluval again helped me out. So they gave me the Fluval C marine light for Humphrey's tank, which is fantastic. I've still not quite decided what colour I want to go for, so this is just everything at 75%. But that was the main thing. I was like, I said to them, I'm really not happy with Humphrey's tank. This is the good thing of it's going to come across as so disingenuous that company sends man says nice things about company. But I have people offering to send me things all the time, and we might talk about this later after the quiz. But I have an email conversation with one of the reps at Fluval, and I can't find it now, but I literally said something along the lines of, Humphrey's tank, it's looking good, I'm glad he's in a bigger tank, but it's just, I want something to make his colours pop. So I was thinking about upgrading the light. I'm also thinking of upgrading the lights on Mega Tanks. I don't think the current lights are penetrating deep enough. 2 days later, in the post, I mean, this was a discussion about them saying, do you want to try the FX UVC filter? It's brand new. You might like it. And me going, yeah, sure, I'd love to. What else is going on in the fish room, Graham? How's things going? And that's me talking about, oh yeah, this is my next job to do this. So they sent one of these through. And 2 of these. Which is the Aqua Sky, the big ones as well, with a message. We sent you a little care package. Hopefully that'll make Humphrey's colours pop. Mega Tank's looking good, so we want to see it show off, blah blah blah, before it leaks again or something along those lines. They actually watch some of the videos. They know what's going on. So when I say Humphrey, and then I look back at the emails going, I didn't say Humphrey, my flowerhorn fish that his features in some of my videos. And so many of these companies, I've got another one that's doing my box in right now, but you're like, oh, we've been fans of your channel for a long time. You're like, oh, what have been your favourite videos? Silence. You can tell it's either a robot or someone in China pretending to be Sandra from Doncaster. And it's such hard work. But the Fluval rep's just like, we've got some stuff, do you want it? Yeah, alright then. And it turns up. I did not. I have no expectation to get these things, and I keep saying, "Oh, I don't know." I'm sure everyone says it, but I have a big problem about honesty in reviews and something being good or something being bad. And I know that people will say, "Oh well, Fluval have obviously paid them. They sent him hundreds of pounds worth of lights. He's obviously going to say something's great." And I liked Fluval before they sent me anything. In the same way that some of you will like Oasi or Eheim or whatever it is, Fluval was the ecosystem that I bought into. My first proper filter was a Fluval filter. It was the FX5. My first non-cheapy eBay things were always Fluval things. And I know they're not like some kind of elite brand. They're probably a kind of... They're not basic, but they're not like the best of the best or anything. But I always saw them as being a good brand. So good, honest products, good prices, good... It was the price to effectiveness thing. So the All Pond Solutions filters. So in the UK, I think they called them Sun filters. They're called in other parts of the world, which are cheap as chips, but they were horrific. They were terrible. They just did not work well, and they were horrifically overpowered, as in power draw, for the amount of power that they had in them. So people used to rave about them, and I don't get it. For like 20% more, you can get... Well, maybe that's a bit of a lie. 50% more, you can get a much better filter that draws half the power, that will pay for that price difference in under a year. So I've always liked their stuff. So I could not be happier that they've started to send me stuff for free, because I can genuinely talk about them from a place of, I have used this stuff for years. I like this stuff. It's good stuff. I will always try the budget stuff, so you're not going to stop seeing the cheapest lights on Amazon coming through these doors and being used and tested to see if they're any good. But I'm so glad to and grateful to have some Fluval stuff, because I do genuinely like the stuff. This is a bit of a contentious product for me, because I do genuinely not like UVC. I've always thought it was a bit of snake oil, smoke and mirrors. Never really seen it do anything, unless it's a big massive bulb, which this isn't, because it's only 6 watts. But results remain to be seen, and I do think, even if I do give a negative review of this thing, I'm going to give it a fair review, but if I was to give it a negative review, I think Fluval would still be cool with it. I might be wrong, but anyway, I've warbled on for long enough now. You guys would never build a tank if you had the Petco sale. Too expensive and not worth it. Yeah, buying glass is very expensive, so it probably would not make sense. Mega tank cost me thousands in materials. It was only because it was such a big tank that I couldn't physically get a tank in there if I'd bought it, so I had to build it in situ. Big tank stream was still going, audio was still going too. Good. I'm probably miles behind now again. Just changed the UV bulb in my small pond, and I can notice the difference within a few days. I'm impressed and tempted to get a UV for the aquarium. Yeah, maybe I just can't tell. Maybe it's just my eyes. I've never seen a difference. I mean, and I know that what I could do actually is, I've got a lot of green water in my pond. I could maybe fill up an empty aquarium with some green water and run the UVC on it for a couple of weeks or whatever, however long it takes, and see that, because that would be a very drastic change. That might be a better test, because Humphrey's aquarium is already quite clear. It's just not quite that floating in the air clear. But this might be some kind of effect on my brain, but I swear it looks a little bit clearer. Oh god, we're miles again. The Zen Ginger, not seen you for a while. How are you? Have the day off from homeschooling today and have a few minutes to come and say hello, so it's nice to catch a stream. Nice to see you again. Hope you're keeping well. Humphrey. Is Humphrey a cockney? He's a cockhead. I think that's how you describe it. I think the lighting looks good. It's nice to see some areas of varying light. Does Humphrey eat all the plants? Humphrey, yes. There are very few things Humphrey allows to be in his tank without destroying them. I'm surprised he hasn't destroyed all those fake plants, but yeah. Humphrey has what you might describe as an attitude problem. I just throw the cubes in and out of a blister pack. They defrost pretty quick. Yeah, so I guess it depends on your tank. So if I was to throw frozen cubes into Mega Tank, they would just gobble them up whole, and that wouldn't be good for them. If you put it into one of my smaller tanks, by the time they hit the bottom, they're starting to defrost, and the smaller fish can't gobble the whole cube whole, so they would just pick it off at it, and that would be fine. But yeah. Can you tell me more about your latent system? Leating. Lightning? Lighting system. There you go. I think I've just done that probably, haven't I? God damn it, autocorrect. I have all kinds of lights in here. So on this tank here is the Fluval C at the moment. The lights that are on Mega Tank at the moment are Huyger lights. I have Night Crew lights. I have all kinds of things. I have a few Fluval Aqua Skies on a couple of the tanks. I've got a couple more to put on. But it's a mishmash. I've got all kinds of stuff going on. Why won't Northern Monk watch your videos? You and me both. Yes, Martin, I think we should all email Northern Monk saying what nice things I say about their delicious, lovely beer. And how I'd be happy to let them use that in an advert. Oh, could do some kind of collaboration. A fishy beer. Glazers has them, but minimum order value, so it's massive. So waiting for one of the shops to do their order so I can tag on my wish list. I must have missed the start of that. Aquarium, did you ask for a bunch of those sticky thermometers? I didn't, no. That was after they'd already sent them through. Or that was after I had the email. I've never asked Bluebell for anything. I hate asking them for anything. I hate asking anyone for anything because I feel it's such a... Oh, I don't know. It makes me feel dirty. Entitled. Who do I think I am asking for free stuff? So they have literally reached out to me to say, do you want to try this? So the first thing that I got, I think it might have been one of those Aqua Sky lights. Or a bunch of foods or something. It's always been they have reached out to me saying, we've watched your videos, would you like some stuff to try out? If you feature it in a video, great. I have sent some of those emails where I've been a bit like to various companies saying, I like this stuff. Any chance I could get some? And I'll make it. Oh, and then I'm like, oh God, I'm a horrible person. Oh, who do I think I am? I hate asking. It makes my skin crawl just thinking about it. But the guy at Fluval seems very cool, so maybe I will ask him for some of those thermometer-y things and give some away as prizes, maybe. UVC is great for green water, but how many of us have it? Exactly, I don't have green water. I've had Fluval tanks before and they were really good. I've also recently bought an FX2 and I'm very impressed. Yeah, I've got an FX2 running on this, again, from Fluval. Very impressed. Small, silent, perfect. I do like the Fluval. I really like I know they're not for everyone, but I really like the app. The Fluval app for lights. One, that all the different lights work on the same app. So it's the Fluval Smart. So this is Humphrey's tank, for instance. This is on manual mode, just because by timers it should have gone off. But yeah, you can turn up. There you go. Make everything as blue as possible. Turn down the cold white. Get rid of some red. I do sit quite often for ages, just arsing about with the different colours on the lights. I think it looks good with some red though. But yeah, the amount of customization, because they generally have manual, auto, and pro. Autos for like timers on and off. You set a couple of sunrise, daytime, sunset, nighttime. But with pro, you can really dial it in and get all kinds of different things going on. This is just the stock custom one that it comes with, but you can do loads, and then you can even do a preview where it will go through your timer. So for instance there, I'll put that off to the side. Can you still see that? Put it where my face is, that may be more. So it runs through the time of the day, and then, oh, there you go, it ramps up the lights, settles in. We have a bit of a dip in the day, in the middle of the day. So you can see what it's going to look like. So it runs through it in like a minute, so you don't have to wait all day to see what your program's going to look like. But anyway, they should really send me a t-shirt. For lights and loyalty Arcadia, yeah, but I'll use whatever comes with the tank. Yeah, I'm very much like that. A lot of my tanks, I don't really care. I just want a level of illumination so I can see into it. I don't grow plants in a lot of my tanks, so it is literally just to see the fish. Don't really care. Humphrey, I think, deserves something a little... Oh, he's gone away over the other side. Humphrey, I think, deserves something a little bit better because he has such a colourful fish, and I know that I've had lights in the past on his tanks that I've been like, wow, he looks good. But yeah, for the majority of my tanks, I'm just like, yeah, I just want it to be bright. Right, it's nearly quiz time. Let me get the quiz set up. Right, okay. Dr. Awesome's in. Hello, how are you? There's a Chinese woman saying she's signed from Doncaster, worked for a company. Oh no, remind me, and we'll talk about this after the quiz, because I'm this close to when the parcel arrives just making a video of me smashing it up with a sledgehammer. Stephen P just joined to see the wacky light schedule. Yeah, I was just showing off. Just in time for the quiz. You're right, Lisa. You are just in time for the quiz. So, what number are we on? 127. Let me do a little face and see if it all lines up. In a large tank, now would I have an external filter or an internal filter? I'm thinking external. External filters are generally higher capacity, so for a larger tank it would probably be best. 127. I should do all this before the stream, shouldn't I? Classic host. Random question order. Not use the random. I don't use. That's right, isn't it? There we go. We get the music. So, if anyone's interested in playing the quiz, that is the link. You just click that link and you will join in here. The quiz, for anyone who's new here, it's a multiple choice. It's fastest finger first. There have been many strategies employed here, but generally the best strategy so far has been, if you get a chance to read the question as fast as possible. If you don't immediately know the answer, guess, because someone who does immediately know the answer will know the answer. And you get more points the faster you answer the question. Are we doing the gold type quiz? Oh, yeah, we were going to do that, weren't we? I'm just worried it'll be rubbish. We might try. I might try one of the old quizzes on the gold quiz, see if that works. But yeah, make your best attempts. It's welcome for everyone to play. Remember, you're answering the questions in the app, so clicking that link on your other device or in a different window. Whoever gets the most points wins a prize, as well as bragging rights. I think anyone can win this week. If you win 3 weeks in a row, you're out. You have to have a couple of weeks break or a week's break. But I think we're open to anyone. Scott won last week. Hopefully you got a prize, Scott. I sent something. If you're in the US, you can either nominate someone else to receive your prize, or I can send you a voucher to your aquatic retailer of choice or something like that. So we'll give it another minute or two, if that. I'll go back and see if there's been any questions that I missed. Silver Creek says, I used to not care about the light setting until I started getting plants at the top of the tank, and now without being able to adjust, I just have hair algae like the Mad Hatter. Yeah, but with plants, obviously, it's a bit more of a consideration. I've got to say that since I bought the ocean-free hydrofiltration filter, my water hasn't looked so good, and everything is one on the tank. Is as one? I don't know. Yeah. Hopefully. I was going to say, this is the clearest I've ever seen it, but I've just seen a tiny little detritus worm go. Eee. It's obviously not that clean. I feel like they should contribute small things like stickers or something for the quiz prizes. Well, they did give me an extra filter to give away. So go and watch my last actual video and you'll see instructions on how to win one of these. But I will send it to you. It's not from Fluval. Well, it is from Fluval because they gave it to me, but you know what I mean. You did. The fish love it as always. Good. Glad you got there. No one's allowed to use the fish icon other than Rebecca. Yeah, she's got it. Fish. Right, we're up to 20. That's pretty good. In fact, how many people have we got here? I wonder if we've got... Oh, we did have over 50 at one point. Right, are we ready, people? Here we go. Which band is fronted by actor Jack Black? Well, you consider that. I'm going to try the Black Forest Ghetto from Northern Monk, available at all good shops. Is it Tenacious D, Adhesive G, Unshakable B, or Precarious F? It is, of course, Tenacious D. Oh dear, look at the colour of this. Timmy! Got that one fastest. Oh dear. Oh no. This looks horribly dark. What kind of fish is this? Is it a pike, a silver dollar, an arowana, or a Colombian tetra? Or Colombian. It is, of course, an arowana. 100%. Well done, everyone. Dan in under 2 seconds with that one. Oh, it smells like Black Forest Ghetto. Which of these is an anagram of freshwater fish? Wife farts new, father fish stew, fast ferret wish, or fart fisher's hue? Definitely has Mingin Stout vibes, but also nice Black Forest Ghetto vibes. I don't know whether I like or hate this. It was Fart Fisher's Hue, obviously. Well done, 3 people. So Tom Silver, Mark and Juggler, the only ones getting it right on that occasion. Tommy's in the lead, 3 questions in. What element in the periodic table is represented by the letter W? Krypton, iron, tungsten, or potassium? Tungsten. Well done, 12 people. Question number 5. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. It's a famous line, fantastically recreated by me. In which film? The Godfather. Well, 4 people put Goodfellas. Krypton is an element. The claret jug is the trophy of a major event in which sport? Rugby, snooker, golf, tennis. It's golf. It's the Open trophy. Question number 7. What has lived on Earth the longest? Jean-Claude Van Damme, sharks, trees, or humans? I was surprised by this one. It isn't trees, it's humans. Golf is a sport. Well done, Nabokov. Which basketball star co-starred with Jean-Claude Van Damme in the movie Double Team? Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Dennis Rodman, or Michael Jordan? You should know this. Dennis Rodman. Oh, it's good, this. It's good, but also horrible. Is that a thing? Why is that happening? Halo 1's making a bit of a breakaway. A long time to go, though. Helsinki is the capita city of which country? That's meant to say capital. It is Finland. Juggler, quickest on the draw with that one. Great white sharks congregate in an area of the Pacific with little food for no known reason in an area that has been named what? The White Shark Cafe, the Great White Inn, the Great White Desert, or White Shark Temple. There's a whole thing on Wikipedia about this if you're interested in reading about it. It's quite interesting. Hundreds, if not thousands of them. No food for miles around. They aren't mating. It's the White Shark Cafe. Well done, Shadow. Top 5 over 100 at the halfway mark. Approximately how longs have fish been around on Earth? I must have been drunk when I was typing this. 750, 450, 200 or 100 million years. I was all proud of myself for getting the quiz finished in good time today. $450 million years. As always, Tommy, it's whatever website I looked up the fact on as the answer that we get. London Zoo had the first ever public aquarium and even coined the word. Before this, an aquarium was called a wet exhibit, a waterarium, an aquatic enclosure, or an underwater vivarium. Learning. Welcome to Aquarium Adventures. Spitting facts here. It was an underwater vivarium. Well done, one person. Who got that one right? SJH. Well done. See, that is an example of one that it paid to take your time and think about it. Where would you find wild discus fish in the wild? North America, South America, Asia or Africa? Surely this is an easy one. South America. Tommy got in there first. Star Trek. What kind of fish did Captain Jean-Luc Picard keep as a pet on the Enterprise? An angelfish, a betta, a lionfish, or a clownfish? This is a question I have stolen from Aquarium Daily. He used it on his quiz a couple of weeks back. And I looked it up on the same day and went, oh, and then he used it, so I couldn't, but I think I've waited a few weeks, so we're fine now. It's a lionfish. Pardon me. Question 15. What small South American freshwater fish comprises more than 160 species, whose name is derived from the Greek for helmet skin? And if that's not hilarious, then there's something wrong with you. Plecostomus tetra, Corydorus, or barbs? Which of those means helmet skin? It's Corydorus. Well done, 4 people. From Japanese mythology, what type of giant fish named Namazu caused earthquakes? A catfish, a koi, a betta, or a goldfish? There's a picture of it there, if you were astute enough to look at that. I know my audio is like a minute behind what you're actually playing. It was a catfish. Right, we're in the home stretch now. Halo 1 getting a good 25 points there and increasing their lead to 198 points. Going to have to catch up Halo 1 some. What was the name of the park ranger always one step behind Yogi Bear? Ranger Russell, Ranger Jones, Ranger Smith, or Ranger Dan? So the chasing pack will have to hope that Halo 1 doesn't get any of these questions right. Ranger Smith it was. Timmy! Up to third with that one, Timmy. An aquarium 50 centimetres by 50 centimetres by 100 centimetres has a volume of how many litres? 250, 2,500 or 25,000, 200 or 300. Maths! Just what you need on a Friday night. You'll notice I said maths there, not math. More than one of them. Quick math. 250. Well done, 9 people. Oh, over 5 seconds there. Everyone else was over 7. I like the fact that I had... The idea was I was going to put in a few questions that would make you think about them to get them right. What is the proper name for Gordon, my snakehead? Is it a Chana Morelliadis, a Jean-Claude Van Damme, Osfronius Grammy, or Chana Blalalai? Is Chana Morelliadis. I prefer Gordon. Oh, Halo 1. Halo 1 making a run for it. Last question. Who is this? Yosemite Sam, Elmer Fudd, Mr. Magoo, or Jean-Claude Van Damme? Elmer Fudd. So the winner is Halo 1. Halo 1, you have done it. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button there. Halo 1, make yourself known. Send me an email making sure to let me know where you live, and I'll send you some stuff. Emails are there. Graham at aquariumadventures.co.uk. Just send me an email, let me know where in the world you are, and we'll sort something out. So, make yourself known, Halo 1. Who is it? Say, I won in chat if it was you. And while you do that, we will now view the report. 49, less than half of the questions were answered correctly. Am I going to have to make it easier? Right, so here's the questions to you, the audience. Did you enjoy that, first off? Is it too hard? Did you learn anything? So I try and throw a little bit of everything. A hard question, some easy questions, something that might be like, I didn't know that. And then some stupid questions. A lot of them are the stupid questions, we know that. But look at that. See, the timing thing there. Halo 1 only got 12 questions correct. Gas Musk got 13 questions correct and didn't win. Question, have you ever had two people claim to be the winner of a quiz? I haven't, no. We've been mostly running on the honour system so far. Just about right. Yeah, good. I was multitasking. Enjoyable, yes, but also really hard given the mode format. It would be so nice if you could present the question and then click to drop answers. Proper quiz time. Okay. Robert Barry, were you Halo 1? Is anyone going to dispute that you're Halo 1? Divide it up into groups, maybe, and themes. The 50 by 50 by 100 didn't take it. See, that's what I mean. I want something for someone that's good at maths in their head. That's their question, they'll get some points. Someone that knows lots of scientific stuff, then they might get one of the other ones. Someone that knows lots about Jean-Claude Van Damme, they will get that one. But yeah, well done. Well done, Robert. So, by show of hands, or people typing yes into the comments, would you like to rerun one of the old quizzes as the Gold Rush format and see what that's like? Whilst I try Polly's Infinifold India Pale Ale. See what this is like. That's what we like to see. I didn't even finish reading the question. I just did the multiplication. On the maths one. On the maths one. Thank you so much for indulging me in saying maths. I know it's so hard for some of our colonial friends. I like the way a quiz needs a quick answer doesn't give people a chance to Google it. That is by design. Yep. The fish is wasted on Rebecca. She never finishes the quiz. This is nice and opaque. That's what we like. The JCVD question helped me. Could you not do I could do a proper poll, couldn't I? Okay. What was it called? Gold Rush. There you go. I've posted the poll. We'll give that a minute or two. Could wear I should go all out and get like a Quizmaster's uniform. Spangly jacket, bow tie. Trees have been around for 200 million years. Indeed, sharks have been around for 400 and something million years. That's why they were older. I'm having an El Chingong. I do like saying that. Brian says, my maths wasn't wrong. I thought it said 120 by 50 by 50. But then I was still wrong because that wasn't one of the options. Yeah. Lies. Damn lies, Brian. Live review of the shark-free food Aquarium Nutrinsect is here. It's a very small pellet size. Good. That's what we like to know. So back to Sandra. Is the company starting with S? Because I think I've been had to. Let me see if I can find the email. I've never heard of the company. Rob Barry, I've got your email, thank you. Sorry, I was just checking through that. Sophie, not Sandra, she claims to be Sophie. Right, but if I go back... Glorium, Glowrium, Glorium is the company. So back in June they emailed me asking for a collaboration. I'll just read you some of the text. Let's go on big face for this, shall we? Dear owner of Aquarium Adventures, big fan of your channel and all your videos. Yet address me as owner of Aquarium Adventures. My name is Sophie. Hang on, I'll make this a bit bigger so I can read it properly. My name is Sophie. I'm reaching out to you on behalf of Glorium, a supplier specialising in high quality aquarium lights for planted tanks, saltwater tanks. I've been following your YouTube channel and I've been thoroughly impressed by your expertise and passion in the fishing industry. We are excited to propose a collaboration with you that we believe would be... So this is just boilerplate stuff, that all kinds of stuff. Here are some key points regarding the collaboration. Product testing. We'll provide you with a selection of our premium aquarium lights for you to thoroughly test and evaluate. Honest reviews. We value your genuine opinion. To be fair, most of them don't say this. Most of them say, instead of honest reviews, we value your opinion. Your reviews serve as valuable guidance for our customers, blah, blah, blah. Normally they say, detailed reviews. We will provide you with a list of talking points which we would expect you to cover. Video collaboration. Kindly request you make a dedicated video or series of videos showcasing the products, highlighting the features, all this. If you're up for this, blah blah blah, would you like to go for it? Great. My reply to that was, hello, sure, I'd be happy to test and review the aquarium lights. My terms are that I'm happy to cover any specific talking points you want to cover, but the review of the equipment will be that of my own. I will not share videos before I post them, blah blah blah, all fine. No problem. I genuinely appreciate your swift response and interest in collaborating. I'm thrilled that you're open to testing and reviewing our lights. Your expertise and engaging context makes you a perfect fit. Blah, blah. Oh God, it's like paragraphs of this. It's blowing smoke up my ass. Here are some of the features of the lights. Right. Then my reply to that was, I already said yes. Okay, send me the stuff. Looking forward to testing it. How do you want to progress? Here is my address. Thank you for your swift response. Please share the dimensions of your fish tanks. So there's a list here. Please share the dimensions of your fish tank. Could you provide an estimate of your typical video production cycle duration? 3. The videos must be utilised for promotional purposes like Amazon and Facebook. Would you consent to this? 4. We have utmost respect for your creative input and professional judgment regarding content. We value your expertise and look forward to your suggestions as well as your assistance in gaining more comprehensive understanding on the lighting's diverse capabilities. 5. Moreover, tailored to your requirements, we are prepared to offer exclusive discounts to your followers. Additionally, if your videos yield favourable results, we're open to offering commission-based incentives. To which I replied, alright. I have about 30 aquariums that are all different sizes. I generally do weekly videos, maybe 1 to 2 weeks from receiving a unit. 3, if they want to use it in their promotional, yep, that's fine. 4, I'll do a video of unboxing, installation, review of features, happy to cover and highlight, but my opinions will be my own. I will not be dictated to blah 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 blah. If you want to offer 5 discount codes, yeah, that'd be great. And then it went into contracts, sending me contracts of how long it'll be before I publish a video, how long it'll be before receiving a light to I must confirm within 5 days that I've received the unit, otherwise I'll pay for the unit. If I don't do this within such, I'll pay for the unit. If I don't do the other within, I'll pay for the unit. I was like, so there's some back and forth with me going, and citing Fluville as one of the references, saying, look, somebody sending me hundreds of pounds worth of stuff off the back of here's some stuff, do you want it, me saying yes, and them sending it to me, and you're trying to get me to enter into some elongated contract. Sod off, Sophie from Glorium. I'm not having it. And eventually they went, right, oh yeah, okay then, we'll send it to you. What's your address? Here's my address again, because I've already given it to you. Oh, I need your phone number for FedEx. Here it is again. Oh, I just need one more thing for the. Oh, here it is again. Oh, we'll be sending it next week. Whatever, just let me know when you've sent it. That's fine. So today's email was, here is the tracking order. Completely different address. It's not my address. I'm sending it to someone else. I'm convinced this is a scam whereby they do this, create a fake tracking order, send it to someone else, or pretend to send it to someone else. I say I haven't got it, and I've signed some contract to say that I wouldn't. And I'd have to pay for the unit, but I never signed the contract, so it's fine. But 99% of the offers I get from companies are like that. It's overly complicated nonsense that just makes you so frustrated to even try it. I mean, I am not interested. I'm happy to try it. I say it all the time, that if you've got a company, I'm happy to give you a shout out. I'm happy to talk about it, try your stuff, all that kind of stuff. But as soon as it becomes an effort for me, I can't be arsed, quite frankly. And why would I? if you think your thing's good, send it to me and I'll say, I think it's good too. Or I'll say, I don't think it's as good as they think it is, but it's still got some merits. I generally won't go, this is the worst thing that's ever crossed my path. It'd have to be really bad to do that. So if that doesn't fit, sod off. Go somewhere else. Get someone else to do it. There'll be plenty of people happy to make a video about with your terms. I am not. So when this bloody light does turn up, you'll see my smiling face in the video going, wow, this company has sent me this really exciting new light. Let's look at all the features. And I'll be secretly just want to smash it. Think about that. Anyway, sorry, I've had a bit of a rant for no reason. That was uncalled for. Hang on. Somebody's WhatsApping me. What's happening here? Tom, you don't have to pay to join. Are you here? Right, I'm miles behind in the chat again. I get lots of media management or promotion emails. They're certainly, but yeah, so many of them. Yeah, exactly. I'll decide what's good and what's not good. Oh God, I'm everywhere. Didn't you say the APS filter were crap and money? Yeah. And hopefully that is one of my only qualities. That I'm willing, if something's crap, I'm going to tell you it's crap. If something's okay, generally things aren't crap. Generally I can find some redeeming features. The two outliers on that are the Alpon solution filter. It was just shit. I can't think of any redeeming features of that. And then that water test kit that I wanted to love so much, but it was so difficult to use and so cumbersome and so overly complicated. I want a test kit that just, I drop water in and it spits numbers at me. I don't have to decipher colours, and this ticked all those boxes, but oh God, it was so awful to use. And also the people behind it were like not happy with me at all, threatening all kinds of stuff. Oh no, you can't say these things. Oh, this, that we'll take you to court. We'll do this. I'm like, you sent me the thing. I was going to try it out. Anyway. Danny Aquatics, how's Mega Tank doing? Shall we check? Yep, still running. I'm pretty sure that Graham threw an APS filter across the room. I don't think I ever threw it across the room, but I've certainly had enough with it. I had an APS filter that had more replacement. I called it Trigger's Broom, and that will only make sense to people from the UK of a certain age. It had more replacement parts in it than anything. It was ridiculous. Tom, hello. I have to show this. Tom's my real life friend. When are you coming round for a kicking? I've now just broke my GoPro just to make that joke. Sorry. Right. Closing the poll. How do you close the poll? End poll. 66% of you want to do an old quiz on Gold Rush. So, we're going to do that. Because we have the power. We might do... let's do 1, 2, 3, because that's nice and simple. You want to do Gold Quest, host. So no prizes for this one. We'll leave time at 7 minutes because that went horribly wrong last time, didn't it? Show instructions, allow late joining, allow student accounts. Fine. Copy link if you want to play along. That's the link. Are you bringing the goldfish in this winter or leaving them in the new pond? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my discus from upstairs down into the fish room and put them in one of the tanks in here, and then take all the fry that I can rescue out of the ponds and put them in that tank and winter them in that tank in my hallway. I think I'll leave the adults in the pond, they should be fine. Opinion question. I'm about to get 3-foot aquariums for my living room. Do I build my own stands or buy them? I'm wanting to build as it might look better, but I'm a little bit scared. Build! Definitely build your own. Stands are easy. There's tutorials all over the place. Until you get into kind of mega tank territory. Yeah, dead easy. And then you can make it look like what you want it to look like. Do I trust others to throw at that board? I do not. And Tom, if you come round, I will be... Don't be offended, but I will be putting up some bits of plywood in front of my screens, just to make sure. Not because I don't trust you, but I would feel bad if you threw a dart into my screen and I made you pay for the monitor. Graham, how good are you at darts? Decidedly average. I've recently started playing again. I've been playing because I work here. This is my desk that I work at, so whenever I'm on a conference call I throw some darts. In the last month I've maybe had 480s. My highest checkout on some practice games has been 130. So I've written it down somewhere. So every now and again I do okay, but I'm not consistent enough to be good. Go back to Mega, I saw a leak. I am not falling for that. Right, are we ready to give it a go? What do we think? Answer questions, select chests, collect gold. Take gold from others. Most gold after 7 minutes wins. So this is going to take 7 minutes. It's another one where I just get to sit and watch nothing. So I hope you all have fun. I should play along. I can't remember the questions that I put in. So I'll go back and answer some more questions, I guess. Tempted to build my own stand and desk combined, maybe. Still not got a proper desk. Well, I had big plans for Megatank to turn that into a desk where I made the bottom of it flip up to be a desk. I was quite happy how that worked, but this is better. I think if you can retrofit something that already does the jobs you want it to do, you're probably going to go a little bit cheaper and easier. Well, things are happening. Timmy just took 2 gold from Mona Lee and 12 gold from Brian. Paul McCarthy, how you doing? Nothing in that game for 2 in a bed. Well, unless you need double. His monster's still standing. Yeah, I mean, it focuses the mind, if nothing else. I'll throw some darts while I wait for you all to finish this quiz. Three beers deep. Can't get a good angle. That wasn't very good. First one was good. Two minutes to go. Have you ever lost one through the air block? I've never not hit the board, touch wood, yet. I've got another board that's on a stand that's in the conservatory. That's the one I let the kids play on. Repeating the same questions again. It seems like Brian's in the lead, so you just have to steal stuff off Brian, surely. Should try that webcam darts online. Yeah, lie darts. If anybody wants to challenge me, happily have some games of darts online. I use lie darts to track my own progress, and I have played a couple of games online with it. But yeah, I'm not very good. I'm not very consistent. That's the trouble. But yeah, if anybody wants to play darts or chess, send me an email. Last few minutes. Shadow's in the lead. Oh no, Fishy's in the lead. It seems to be jumping around crazily. So, from my point of view, final standings. Mona Lee, you won with 462,734. Congratulations. So, I hope that was fun for some of you. Again, no, never. Those questions were drilled into my mind. Well, maybe you'll learn something. If nothing else. Aquarium Adventures, forced learning, maths on a Friday night. If there was a pre-built bank of questions, I could play along with that format. I mean, I wonder if there is. Who knows? Because there are other people's. There's a quiz called. Try that button. There's a quiz called Fish with 7 questions, and it's had 9,000 plays. I don't know how I play along though. How has this had 9,000 plays? Yeah, I don't know how I play it, because all I can seem to do is host rather than... With the other one I could play along, I guess, but... It's fine. It's fine. Harry Potter quiz again. Do you still have your viewers Congos? I don't. No. The Congos are in with the discus at the moment. Yeah, all the fish have been farmed out to various other tanks. Keeping our minds green... I can't even say that. Keeping our minds keen, one drunken Friday at a time. Quite right. Aquarium Delirium was hoping egg would come out at least once. And round off the night as we started with Northern Monks. Why are you not focusing? Focus, there you go. Northern Monks, Lucy Kitchen. Fantastic little beer, this one. I noticed we lost fish fed to the stout early on. If you're planning on continuing your fishy entertainment for the evening, you can look up here. Aquarium Adventures has its own Discord server. You can chat, share pictures, ask questions, do whatever you want, anything in there. Some lovely people who will not be judgmental whatsoever. Go along to that. You can join the Aquarium Adventures channel. The link will be down there below. There'll be a button you can press. You get access to extra emojis to use in chat, as well as a discount off anything at aquariumadventures.co.uk, and that warm fuzzy feeling knowing you're supporting a small creator. If you want to carry on your fishy journey on YouTube after us, usually in about 6 minutes time, we can go to Cold Water Aquatics. They have a live stream going on. No quiz. Vastly inferior live stream. No beer either, but I guess it is like lunchtime over there. Oh, super cold, it's even better. The other modes might be pretty. The other modes might be pretty awesome for a speed round. See, every time we try this, it's not fun. The New Zealand one always got me. It was fun. Oh, okay. I was ready for swinging for you, Brian, at one point. Ireland is round? What? Where did we get to? When you click it, you click solo. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know which one I've clicked now. What's happening? I've clicked yes and then immediately clicked got it. What's happening? What is this fish? It's both. What movie is it from? Both, surely. I clicked both. Didn't I? Are killer whales dolphins? No. What? What? What's happening? Is this final beer just pushed me over the edge? I don't know what's going on anymore. How much water covers the earth? 70%. Okay. How much water covers the earth? Still 70%, I assume? What is this fish? Still a clownfish. What? Are killer whales dolphins? Apparently. So it's just the same question over and over again. I know how you feel now. I'm going to put a pig there. Don't know what that means. That seemed to work. Still a clownfish. Board.com. Right, 1 minute to go. Still got the Elestes too? Yes, not only do I still have the Elestes, I am now a successful Elestes breeder. Check out Discord up there somewhere. There. Posted pictures of a baby Elestes tetra found in the sump. Brian, I knew orcas were dolphins. You also, yeah, but you didn't know what 100 times 50 times 50 was, so. You can continue the song. What song? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. I'm just a poor boy. You look up to the sky, yeah, and see. Master of the Elestes. Let's not go that far. I always find it funny when people say, "Oh yeah, I'm a master breeder." I'm like, "Oh, what? How exactly did you involve yourself in this breeding?" Every fish I've bred, the fish did most of the work. Don't nail that beer and jump in Mega Tank. I wasn't planning on it. Thank you all for joining me. If you are into this kind of thing, click that subscribe button. But from me and Humphrey, it's almost that time to say bye. Coldwater Aquatic streaming. I'm sure Scott will be posting a link. See you on Discord. See you in the next video. Go and watch my last video. Make sure you get a chance to win the thing that I've thrown away now, wherever it is. Yeah, click the clickies, all that good stuff. See you in the next one. Bye.